Good morning, Gemini. How you guys doing today? This is Eddie with Eclipse Rising Tarot. I'm going to do a reading for the Gemini Collective. Hope you guys are having a blessed week. Today's Wednesday, hump day. Yep. Get over it. Get over to the weekend. Get things going. Have some fun. Look forward to my half day off on Sunday. This may not resonate with everybody, so if it does, keep it. If it doesn't, leave it. Cross watchers, roles may be in reverse. Here we go. Spirit guys, what do we have for the Gemini Collective? Gemini. My daughter's a Gemini. My little girl. Yeah, she's rough. Not rough. She's tough. There we go. Rough and tough. Spirit guys, what do we have for the Gemini Collective? Yeah, she takes nothing from nobody. She get it. One day we're arguing about something, and I was watching too much damn videos on YouTube or something, man, or not YouTube, but TikTok or something or other, and it's like, are we gonna have to throw hands? I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean we're gonna throw hands? What the hell are you talking about, girl? I don't know. I heard it on a video. I was like, yeah, no, don't say that. You don't want to throw hands. Throw hands. This kid. Spirit guys, what do we have for the Gemini Collective? See what we got. Some messages of love. No. Money. Yes. Mercury retrograde. Smack dab in the middle of it, aren't we? Gemini. Death card. Bottom of the deck. Overall energy. Death card is not a bad thing. This typically means the ending of something and the birth of something else. When something dies, something is born. Right? Or should I say, what did they say? Unalived. Sorry. If that's the proper terminology. Yeah, let's see what we got with the death card. Star energy. Nine of Pentacles. You guys are, okay, so we got the Star, Nine of Pentacles, to the Ten of Wands. We are living our star energy, aren't we, Gemini? You guys are independent. You got a lot on your plate with that Ten of Wands. I mean, you're busy, for sure. And some of you guys are a bit conflicted about something, but you're handling it. You're working through it. You're independent, for sure. Judgment. Hierophant. Ten of Cups. Awesome. It's like you guys are working through something. Yeah, you definitely got a lot going on here. You're trying to figure out the best way to approach something with the Judgment to the Hierophant. With the Ten of Cups at the end of that, on this spread, you're definitely trying to, you're using your discernment. You're trying to figure out the best way to handle something with the Hierophant card. To ultimately come out the end with your Ten of Cups to kind of, with the happy ending, basically, of all this situation. I'm not sure what that is yet. Okay, yeah. Five of Swords, yeah. Something sneaky. And you're having to leave something out. Page of Swords, there's a lot of nostalgia. There's that card. Yeah, Five of Cups. A little bit conflicted about something there. Queen of Wands. Okay. So like I said, this may not resonate with everybody, Gemini. If it does, keep it. If it doesn't, leave it. You guys are handling it. You guys are taking care of your business. Star card. You're living in your star energy. You're definitely independent. You're handling things on your own. I mean, things are a little bit, you got some turbulence going on there, but with the Judgment to the Hierophant, you're trying to figure out the best way to handle this, whatever the situation may be. With the Five of Swords, Page of Swords, and the Three of Wands, for a lot of you guys, you've decided you're going to have to just kind of walk away from that. It's not, I mean, the love's there, of course. You feel, you have deep feelings for this person. However, it's not serving you. With the Five of Cups, you're not. I mean, the times you had with the Page of Swords to the Five of Cups. I mean, you had some good times, but you have to let it go. In order to get your Ten of Cups with the Queen of Wands, you're making this happen. You have to. For a lot of you guys, if it resonates, if it fits, it fits. Yeah, there was a lot of this, something going on, whatever you walked away from, whatever you had to make a decision about, it was hard. And it seems like every time you deal with this situation, there's a bit of an argument or something like that. You might have children involved here too. With that Ten of Cups, what you wanted, it didn't happen. It's not happening. And you're trying to figure out the best way to deal with this. You don't want to fight no more. There's a lot of love in that relationship, or was. I mean, no, there still is. With that Five of Cups, there's love there. You just know that you have to walk away from it. It's just not serving you. There was some, with that Five of Swords, there was some deception going on there. Something that, I don't know, hopefully it's not on your part, but maybe on their part. I'm not sure. The dynamic wasn't there. You're trying to stay busy. You're focusing on your work. I mean, that helps. But does it get rid of it? No. Something you have to deal with. There might be children involved for sure. Actually, for sure now. I'm starting to pick that up. Because you guys kind of feel, with the Judgment Hierophant card to that Ten of Cups, that's something that had happened. There's a family dynamic, I'm sure. And things weren't panning out. They didn't work out. There was a lot of fighting, a lot of sneakiness going on there. You're kind of holding on. There's nostalgia involved there. I mean, but the Three of Wands, you had to let it go. And it hurts, of course, especially when there's children involved. This may not resonate with everybody now. It's kind of specific with the Wheel of Fortune. You guys are trying to move forward from this. Trying to move forward with it. The universe has got a plan for you. That's something going on. You're staying busy. Not sure what happened. However, with children involved, it's going to be something you'll be working with for a long time. Unless they're older adult children. In which case, you still have to deal with the person. However, if they're younger children, then until these children are older, you're going to be doing this. And with the Judgment to the Hierophant, you're going to need all the help you can get. With the Temperance card, there we go. Yeah. And the dynamic as such, it's hard. You know, I mean, I've got children with my ex too, and you know, some days are better than others. You know, we get along some days we don't. You know, our daughter's still younger, not real young, but getting up there. So I definitely, you know, I understand. It makes us stronger. Dealing with situations and exes and stuff like that when you have children involved, whatever they're doing. This is when you get tested by the universe. The spirit guides are here to guide us, to help us out, right? No doubt. This is what they're telling you here. You are definitely, for a lot of you guys, you're with the Ten of Wands there. It's tough, yes, but you're independent. You're working it out with the. Temperance, you're gonna make it through. It's just gonna be hard for some of you. For some of you, it's only hard if you make it hard. You know, what another person puts out there is what they decide to put out there. How they want to handle it. You don't have to handle it like they do. You know, how you manage yourself is up to you. How they manage themselves up to them. You don't have to get caught up in that web. You know, if they're being ugly with you, you can. Say keep the higher ground. I'm not saying be the better person, just keep the higher ground on it. And the higher ground with the Hierophant is what I mean. With the Temperance and the Judgment. Just know that there's a test in everything, right? We're being tested constantly. You know, if you guys, you know, your higher power, the universe, God, whoever you follow, if you don't follow somebody, then yourself, at least have faith in yourself. That'd be your higher consciousness, you test yourself. The way you handle things in this dynamic, ultimately, and for your children's sake, it's gonna definitely reflect on how they see things in the future. How they, depending on how you guys manage the relationship for their sake, it's ultimately going to be the blueprint, or the it's going to be how they, not gonna say the map. It's kind of like how they decide to do things in the future is based on how you guys are handling things here. So look outside of yourself in that sense, because what you're doing and how you're handling it is how they are learning from the situation. And if they think it's okay for the fighting, the screaming, the cursing, and this and that, if there's that, and there is some of that going on here, I can see that. It's a lot of it, actually. That's not cool. You gotta think about them. And if you guys don't have children, it doesn't necessarily have to be all about a family dynamic in that sense. But for you guys that do, you know what I'm saying. And if you don't, that's what's happening. That's why the temperance, the Hierophant's there, and the judgment. Think about the children. Yeah, High Priestess. You definitely need to. These are a lot of majors coming out here. The King of Wands. Even if your children are older, don't show your ass. I'm kidding. Handle this like an adult. And I don't mean like age-wise. I mean like with discernment, with temperance, with, using that Hierophant card and that judgment. Just use good judgment in everything that you're doing. You know what I mean? If you were a child, now at this point, and your parents are sitting there squabbling all the time, going at it and shit like that. And do you really want to see that? Think about that. Think about their point of view. Think about where they're coming from. How it's going to affect them. Anyways, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it fits, doesn't, it doesn't. For those of you guys who don't have children involved here, and just moving on from the situation, you guys are definitely focused on yourself. You're focused on your money. You're moving forward with the Wheel of Fortune. You got a whole new direction here. You're independent, and you're star energy. Yes, you have a lot of shit going on in your life, but you got it. You're managing it. With the Temperance card, you definitely know how to. You guys are getting it. You'll be all right. My advice to you, especially during Mercury retrograde, focus on yourself. If you decide to make any decisions on any kind of stuff, just wait until after the planets realign or whatever. We'll see where we're at that point. You know what I mean? I wouldn't make any major investments or hop into any relationships or get back into any old relationships right now, because the feelings are running real high. The emotions are going. People are starting to regret a lot of things that they're doing or have done. So just keep that in mind. And with that, I'm going to let you guys go. This is Eddie with Eclipse Rising Tarot. Please like and subscribe my channel. It's a growing channel. I love helping others. I love doing this. And share. With that, you guys have a blessed day. Love and light.